Hello, my friends. Welcome to the show, Jack Chow on East West with G&E TV. As we stated many times, that we do pay attention to all aspects of life. Every time when there's a chance, we drag in something, may look small, but turns out big, those subjects around us that concerns our day-to-day life. Now, yesterday, joining me are two great friends of mine. They are Mr. Ralth Dudley.
Yes, sir.
And Cassandra Samano.
Yes.
And both of you, welcome to my show.
Thank you, Jack.
Thank you, Jack.
All right. They are with the R.D. Dudley Enterprises. The reason they're here is for something very exciting. Let me do a little briefing about why they are here. We all know there's the big problem of tag theft, right? Tag theft meaning that somebody steals your year sticker of the license plate, which happens quite a lot, quite often. The people think about resolutions. So in the think of resolution, here came the two individuals who have found a resolution, and the resolution so far looks so great, so simple. That is the fact. So once again, I would say that it's time to celebrate, and yet I would like to start with the first aspect to lay about how troublesome this issue has been bothering us, every car owners. Right? So how about if I start with you?
Sure. Jack, this product came to light. I had an idea.
First let's describe the problem. How big a problem that was, has been.
The problem is pretty widespread. It happens in urban settings more than rural, but if you go to the city, it's an urban problem. And it's a universal problem. So there is a problem that exists with the DMV having to replace tags of people who've had their tags stolen, and so theft is a big problem. And I kind of sensed that. I asked some questions, did some due diligence, went to the DMV, went to the courthouse, talked to consumers, walked the parking lot, talked to state police agencies and such, and came up with an idea in my mind that it was a problem and it needed to be addressed. And I know the state is hurting for funds, so I figured I put two and two together. If I come up with something that would address this theft, that it could be a winner for consumers, a winner for the state, winner for myself. And basically I went to work and came up with what now we call the R Defender frame, and it's the primary product for the Ralth Dudley Enterprise brand. So the problem is pretty widespread. We've got interest with the DMV, the DOT, and now AAA. Those three agencies pretty much constitute an urgency for this problem. So all we started out was for a simple endorsement, and the DMV and the DOT, and of course AAA, is taking it to another level.
You know what I do? Every time I lease a new car, it is my son, who does the job. He'll put a sticker on, the year tag and the month tag, so on and so forth. And he will use a razor blade to cut across all the way. Well, literally into pieces, but still together there. Meaning that if somebody tried to peel off, though, they peel a small bit.
Correct.
Not the whole thing. In that way, we try to prevent somebody doing that stupid thing to me.
Right.
Well, luckily, it doesn't happen to me that way. Only a few times that some bits are missing. I know somebody was trying, but gave up because of the situation. That looks so far that only resolution I knew people had know to how to handle with the situation. Right. So, what's your involvement with this whole thing?
Well, I've been working with Ralth Dudley and with Ralth Dudley Enterprises for many years with Ralth Dudley, and I actually was one of those people, just like you and your son, Jack, where I lived in the LA area, and I would always do the razor blade cutting because it was something that I was for fear of. Because
it's a bad way, but it's a way, right?
Exactly. Right. And the thing is that I had actually had a car in the past where someone had stolen the tags, and I actually was, I actually had a stolen tag on my car unknowingly because I purchased a car. So I've actually been affected by this problem. So when Ralth Dudley came up with this idea, it was exactly what I was thinking would enable us to go across and help people just that have been affected just like I had been. And so that's been my experience and involvement, and excited to have this.
All right. So can we see? I see that you brought something. Can you use the display about the renovation as versus to the traditional, please?
Definitely, Jack. So here I'm going to show.
Traditional, right?
This is the traditional, and I'm going to show the back side of that, and you can see that there are openings, and those are left open because you cannot.
Those are wide open, yes.
Exactly, because you're not supposed to cover the tags for the purposes of law enforcement. They need to be able to see that you have the tags and everything is legible. And so that's the original versus the our Defender tag protector, where in here you can see that there is now an addition of a
small frame.
Right. Within that to frame the tag and also to frame the state name. So it's now, instead of it being completely wide open, now it's being protected, but still legible for the law enforcement to still be able to read everything, but protecting those edges from that.
Hey Jack, if I can add, we don't call it a frame, we call it a protector because we have a lot of added value. Before, the traditional frame was if you have your tag on your car covered with a frame and it's exposed. But with the RD Fender, now it's protected. And so we call this it's a protector. It's a tag protector. There's a lot more value in this now. I don't think the DMV or DOT or any agencies would be interested in buying the old traditional frame or being involved with it because it adds no protection. So this is a protector, and that's what differentiates it, puts it in another class. And there's
if everybody buys that, you're talking about big money.
Well, hopefully so. We're happy with the design.
So I see this is made of plastic. So is it just an example, or is it the actual Defender?
That's a good question. This is the actual Defender, the RD Fender. We can make it in pretty much any material. We want to pretty much focus right now on the plastic aspect of it. We can decorate it. We can do pretty much what you're used to seeing on cars.
The reason I'm asking is that with this part, though, with a screwdriver or something, you can still break it.
Jack, you can take it off if you want to, but this protector is designed to be a deterrent. That's the main thing. When people see the tag covered, it makes the potential thief go to one that's exposed. Sure, I mean, you can take it off with any device that you like, but it's a protector and it's a deterrent that makes the potential thief go elsewhere. So if you got two cars side by side, if he sees one covered up, he'll probably go to one that's uncovered. So
even the padlock on the door is the deter.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
If you want to break it, it can break it. Right. The jailhouse bars or deters. If you want to break it, you can break it. Right. So as long as you can scare them off, or keep them away from it, from the least attempting to do it, that's a success already.
Yes, I like to use the phrase, we like to keep the hungry wolves at bay. But the RD Defender does that, and it's a protector, and it's a deterrent.
I see. So we all understand there's been a problem that has been bothering all car owners, every driver, almost forever, as long as the car came into being. right?
Absolutely.
As automobiles came into being. But problem is that such a device, how come I didn't think about that, right?
Well, hey, you should have.
I should have done that, right?
You know, sometimes we take for granted what we see, and a lot of times there's a lot more to than what meets the eye.
I see.
But anyone could come up with something like this. But I think the difference is seeing it, taking action, get it into action, connecting all the dots, and making it happen. That's the difference. People have good ideas. You don't know until you implement it, until you get off the seat and take it to action.
How come you came with the idea? How long did it take you to get to the idea? I didn't think you would just wake up one morning, just had an idea accidentally. No,
I had an idea to do something. I didn't know exactly what it was. I knew it wanted to be related to the field that I was involved in, traditional license plate frames. But when I came up with an idea of the protection aspect, it became more important. And the more and more I saw the cards with the tags unprotected, then I says, well, then I can protect it. And then it wasn't rocket science. It's just basically if I molded this particular product to deter lifting the tags, then I might be onto something. But your idea is not worth anything until someone finds interest and wants to purchase it. So we found a certain urgency, especially through the DOT. They recognize it as being number one, it being problematic of the theft, but this being a deterrent and finding value in it. That's why the R Defender is taking on the legs and the life that it has.
I see. So, I mean, to the average eye, they would exactly see for the first look the difference between the two, right? So when this year thing came into being in the first place, how come nobody thought about it? It's such a simple thing, came to me.
Well, it is pretty simple. There's been some impractical devices that have come up, but anywhere from $15 to $50. Number one, it's got to be cost effective, and number one, it has to be buyer friendly. And of course, we've got the agencies who believe that it's the next best thing, hopefully. So I can't say why no one come up with it, but we did. We developed it. I can also say that Cassandra helped develop my logo, which I love. It's my initials that basically say we are a protector of your personal possession.
R
Defender, which could be Ralth Dudley, but it's R Defender.
R Defender, yeah.
So the R Defender part of it is the protection part of it, and we're protecting what belongs to you.
All right. So back to my audience. Today we're taking one of the opportunities when the federal is not busy, neither where the state is busy, to talk about our life. In life, we're picking up this problem, the tag theft problem, which happens quite a lot. It happens to almost everybody in the past. So thanks to the wits and the design, the creation of Ralth Dudley. So we have this called R Defender we're talking about. So I'm not doing the commercial promotion, I'm doing the concept promotion. It is the concept that really counts. And after all, you're not, from here to here, you're not talking about making a rocket. You're not talking about being Albert Einstein. You're talking about just a regular guy like you and me and she, right? So how come the difference is that big? You came to this probably worth $1 million, and I didn't. So let's take a short moment out. When we come back, we'll find out how far are we normally from success, right? Stay with us.
Thank you.